Satnam, Siri Sadhana.
Satnam.
It's really a pleasure to be here with you. Could you introduce yourself to those who don't know you yet?
So yes, I'm Siri Sadhana Kaur and I'm from the UK, and I am a yoga teacher, but I'm also a teacher trainer and a musician. So I love mantra music. I love all music, and I've focused predominantly on mantra music since becoming a yogi over all these years. Yeah.
Wow. And how did that happen?
That's such a great question, isn't it? How did that happen? Well, how did I become a yogi or a musician, or both, or everything? Yeah.
Just whatever you want to share. The most transformative thing that you felt like, oh.
I can always talk about my first class of Kundalini, because that was like such a definitive moment for me. I just not long. My daughter was about a year, and I was looking for a class because I was a Tai Chi teacher for many years, and I was an actress and performer for many years. So I did both of these kind of healing arts and expressive arts for much of my life. I did a lot of touring, and I loved theatre and creativity. And then I had my daughter. I was a single parent, and I was looking for some kind of form of fitness, healing, connection, that sort of thing. And I found this place, the only place that had a creche at the time, in central London, in Camden, and a beautiful women's centre. And so I could put my daughter, who was still, very young then, and she'd been in my auric field for a long time already, and she went in the creche, and then I went in this class, Kundalini, and it was like, it married all my worlds. It married that connection to my body, that embodiment process, but also the mantras. I was like, oh, okay, you can do yoga and you can chant, right? There was something so transformative in that moment. And I have to say, now I'm a lead Kundalini Yoga trainer, and I knew right at that moment that this was my path, and that followed for the next 20 years now. Wow.
Amazing, how that works.
I think many of us as yogis have those stories, right?
Yeah, and I always love to hear them. Because they're so inspiring.
Very inspiring, because at that time, and I guess that's what happens, the path of the teachings meet us in these ways when we need them most, right? That something happens, and for me it was birth. It was birthing my daughter, and I didn't have so much of a connection and a community, and I was looking for that in different ways. And then suddenly the class just did all this click, 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 connection in my body, in my emotions, in my heart, and then through my voice, which I'd used as a tool already in my performance-based work. And so that was the moment.
Wow, I really love that. Really, really. Yes. Could you get one of these cards?
Oh, I could. I love this Japji.
Yeah, they're Japji cards.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
Because the card will guide us also through the conversation.
Would you like to sing?
Yes. Oh, you can sing it. Yes, or say it.
I ain't got my glasses on. Tape na jai, gite na hoy, aap narinden soy, jin sabayat tin payaman, Nanak Nanak gave gune nidan, gave sunya man arakya bao, duk palal suk kalajai, gumuk nadan, gumuk vedan, gumuk rea samai, gur isa gur gurak barma, gur parvati mai. Je Hojanya Akyanao Kehena Kanna Jai Gura Ikde Ujai Sabna Jia Kai Tata So Me Visana Jai.
Wow.
Beautiful. And shall I read out what the
Yeah.
translation? Yeah, it's always beautiful to contextualize.
Yes, right. Do you want me to read it out?
Could you?
Yes, of course.
It would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
I've got my glasses.
Yes, and all these parties, they have also a meaning and a way. And this one grants success when you have a sense of failure within yourself or do not feel up to the job. So then you can recite this one. And it says, he cannot be established, he cannot be created. He himself is immaculate and pure. Those who serve him are honored. O Nanak, sing of the Lord, the treasure of excellence. Sing and listen and let your mind be filled with love. Your pain shall be sent far away and peace shall come to your home. The Guru's word is the sound current of the Naad. The Guru's word is the wisdom of the Vedas. The Guru's word is all pervading. The Guru is Shiva, the Guru is Vishnu, the Guru and Brahma. The Guru is Parvati and Lakshmi. Even knowing God, I cannot describe him. He cannot be described in words. The Guru has given me this one understanding. There's only the one, the giver of all souls. May I never forget him.
Vaheguru.
Vaheguru. So beautiful, and it really fits with what you're doing and what you're giving to the world, huh? It says, sing and listen and let your mind be filled with love. And then all your pain will be sent far, far away and peace can dwell in your home. And I think this, what you described when, this happened to you, right? And this is what what I feel when we started doing Kundalini Yoga. It's like, the world around us still happens and it's still the same, but there is a sense of peace within our own hearts. And that's...
And that connection to that oneness, which is, what we've been chanting about.
Right.
Is that connection of always, that remembrance of that, because through life, that's what we forget continually. That's, the humdrum, the chaos, the difficult challenges, the relationships that you've got to navigate, the conversations, the difficult conversations that you've got to have. And ultimately, through all of that, when we can come into that remembrance of the one, then it's all taken care of, right? I can just, exactly like that moment in that class where it's like, you realize you're carried.
Right.
And that, through the chanting, something can dissolve out of the mind, out of the stuff in our auras, back into the heart and go, I'm carried. It's like, being a child again, isn't it? Mom, you got me, kind of thing.
Right.
God, Guru, divine universe, you've got me.
Yes.
And I need to be carried.
Right. We can really dwell in it, right? And that's not what when you think about yoga, this is something like, wow, you think about doing the postures and everything, but to really feel like this coming home, it's, of course, through the practice, but it brings so much more.
To the moment, it's the practice, but it's the moment, and it's the God, it's the divine in you, isn't it, in that moment that gets awoken. And these are the inspiring moments we have, right, at the festivals, at classes, with teachers, in conversations. We expand when we remember that. And then that's when we truly live and come alive. And
you can feel it, right? And you can hold so much more than your small mind thinks you can. Because you've also been traveling the world now with your mantras.
Yeah.
I see this beautiful necklace.
From Kenya, yes.
Yeah, would you like to share some of that? How come,
I've been doing a lot of traveling with my colleague Adipriya, whom is part of my training team in London and on the teacher training. And she had this inspiration. She has an inspiration to travel. I mean, if anyone knows anything about astrology, she's a Sagittarius and I actually have a Sagittarius moon. So I put it down to that, the Sagittarius in us both, that have this passion to kind of go globe-trotting. But also we've been making a lot of videos with my music. Mm-hmm. So during lockdown, she's a violinist and we started doing a lot of music together, and then we started making these videos, and it was fun. It was really creative, and we decided to take it a bit global, because we started doing these videos of sadhana actually in these different sites around London. So we were filming in the ambrosial hour very early in the morning, and doing like the sites. We went to Tower Bridge, we went to Primrose Hill, we went to St Paul's Cathedral, and did sadhana, chanting, and then filming. And so we got into a lot of filming, and then just decided, well, where would we like to film in the world? Where would we like to go? And our first kind of big trip was Namibia, in the desert.
It's so beautiful.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so beautiful.
You feel Mother Earth there.
Oh. And funnily enough, I connected here with a teacher there who had heard my music, and so she said, "Oh, come and do a concert." So I was like, "Yay, okay, we can sing." And so we did a concert there in Namibia.
Wow!
And then we hired this big 4x4 with a rooftop tent, and went out into the desert. It was beautiful. I mean, it took quite some navigating, I have to tell you, driving a truck like that, a 4x4, and all of that, that you negotiate in these countries. And Africa, I love Africa. I mean, it's been I've always had a connection to Africa, West Africa mainly, but now I'm branching out. Yeah. It's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful place, and just being in the desert is something phenomenal. I'd never experienced. It was the first time I'd been in the desert, and so we went up the dunes and we did a lot of filming up there. And we'd spent so long there. There had been many tourists come. It was very hot, and a lot of people had left, and we were the last people left there. So it was just phenomenal. Got sunburnt, but
but what I feel, I've been in the desert as well. You feel like you're just one of these sand, dinghies, and your mind is just being like, okay, I'm just this small, and there's this whole world around us, and it really is like a humbling experience to me. It's like, but it does change, right? There's this one little thing, it can change the whole system. And this is also, when I feel like when you can connect to the soul and you're just the strong one there, the sand just goes in a different path, right?
That's right.
If you can stand strong, and that's what I felt. Wow, this.
And there's such a lesson as well, right? It's such a metaphor for walking in sand, because if you've ever walked uphill in sand, I remember asking people, because we went to Big Dada Dune, I think it was called, the Big Dada. There was a big Mama Dune. We went to the Big Dada. We're going to get to the top of that. And it's steep. You look up, it's steep.
And hot.
And hot. And we had our equipment, filming stuff. We had our instruments. So we were carrying a lot. And then you've got to navigate the sand, which you take one step and then you fall back. You take another step and you fall back. So Vaheguru, right? What a Kriya that was to climb Susufle. And of course I was asking, how long? About how long does it take to get up there? And you're seeing these, fit trekkers. They're saying, about an hour. Really? No. 2 hours later, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward.
Yeah. Vaheguru. Right?
Vaheguru, the whole way. Vaheguru.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, endurance, right? We like the Kriya.
Yes.
The struggles that we go through to get to something extremely beautiful and peaceful, there is the metaphor right there. And so nature offers these things all the time.
All the time, right.
And particularly in these vast, beautiful places. But also the stillness that you find in the desert is the one thing that really just touches my heart. It's very heart-opening. And let alone the beauty of
and
the
then
views.
the stars.
And then the stars and the sun and the sky meets the horizon. There's nothing like it on this earth. And I think there's something very beautiful about getting older, right? That we can start to appreciate. I mean, I didn't so much when I was younger, I have to say. It's really been in my older years. I was so busy running around. And now I'm so grateful for... I said that to someone else the other day, getting older is really underrated, right? Because so much in our world, everyone's trying to be young, Botox, facelifts, boob jobs, all of that. But actually, getting older and what you experience inside is so spectacularly beautiful and peaceful.
Yes, and you can have the time to enjoy, right?
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, just have a breath.
Yeah, and the stillness, right? And of course, again, coming back to the practice, that's what we're aiming towards, right? Top of the mountain, right?
Yeah.
And for a lot of the life, we can remain in the footfalls of the mountain, right? In our ego, in our struggles, in our pain and our difficulties. And then, we can get to these peaks where it's bliss. Yeah. It's beautiful. And Vaheguru, how lucky, how blessed.
Yes, this is what you really feel, huh? How blessed that we are that these teachings came on our path. And just like you just went to a class, you did not expect something to happen like that.
I just wanted a bit of movement, right, at the time.
Yeah.
And I love that, right? And I see this with students all the time. They go, oh, is this the Kundalini class? And you can tell they probably were going to some other type of yoga, but they happen to come to your class. And you always know, right? There's never an accident. And afterwards, you'll see a student, they're crying, they're like, their heart's open, and they come up and they go, What happened?
Yeah.
I was crying. What's going on? And you go, right place, right time. That was, our soul leads us to these moments.
Right.
And
we cannot push it onto someone. It just happens. You happen to meet someone, be in a class, or just like that.
Yeah.
Or you watch a video of someone. Now so much of these teachings are online. So, you don't even need to go there. It's just like, but I can feel it in my heart.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, the Guru takes over, I think, right? It's
we blossom.
Yes. Yeah. That's beautiful, really. Yeah. And when you sing, because you said you sang before and now you're doing the mantras. What's the difference of being like an artist and being a mantra singer?
That's really a poignant question, because actually I struggled with it for a long time, as a performer. As a performer, I was out there performing, right? It was out. It's like the first half of our life, right? We spend out in the world, right? We're working stuff out. We're doing our karma. And as a performer, that was me. I was performing. I was auditioning. I was, busy in the world, and rightly so, right? That's what our youth is about. And so when I came to the yoga, And I did my teacher training, and with Karen Kriya School, beautiful, beautiful training. And it was Shiv Charan Singh and Satya Kaur, and they, at the time, they lived in London. And we had these wonderful musicians who used to come and play for sadhana. And one of the musicians said to our group, if anyone plays an instrument, and I was like, well, I can play some Bob Marley, Redemption Song, Don't Worry, Be Happy, you know, those sort of songs that I'd get my guitar out and play at a party or whatever, you know. And I was a bit of a three-chord wonder. Thank God the Beatles were too. And so I thought, well, why not get my guitar out? I always wanted to get better on my guitar. I thought, well, now's the moment, right? I'm doing this practice very regularly. And so I got my guitar and, yeah, just started doing the chords. And there I was, every sadhana from then on in. I didn't miss a sadhana. And then, of course, I got my name, which was given, and it was Siri Sadhana, and I was like, okay, that's my commitment. I'm turning up, showing up for sadhana, and I did. I went to every single sadhana. So did my daughter. And so through the practice, I realized I was still in that performance mode, right? I'm bashing out the chords and delivering the different mantras, and I came to this realization. It became painful, actually. It got painful. It was inside. There was a struggle going on. And I didn't really understand it for some time. And then eventually I realized, stop it. Stop it. There's nothing to perform.
Right.
Actually, it was about dropping into my heart and feeling it and really coming into that authentic space and finding my voice from that space.
Right.
Not trying to be something
someone.
Or some, right, that was like in the theatre, you know, you were embodying a character that perhaps was created from you or with you, but it was really kind of, it became an external entity.
Right.
And so performance, I mean, it has a balance. You know, when you do performance well, when you see the greats, it really is about connecting to your heart and your soul also, right? That's when you see the great performers doing that. And so it needs to have that connection, but I was busy in the performing out there. And so, yeah, the journey for me as a mantra recording artist now has really been that journey back into the heart, back into the soul. I mean, it's so beautiful, isn't it, that the teachings are so simple like that, yeah, all it is about the heart. All it is like, get out of there.
Come back here.
Drop down, merge in, go in. It's all about that.
Yeah, and it's already there.
And it's already there. So, yes.
You know, you don't need to be someone else.
No.
You're being you and finding your voice and your truth and spreading that.
That's right. And then again, just coming back to the life, that's what happens, isn't it? Our younger years are about that. And then when we get to, you know, middle age and then toward our elder years, that's the blessing, because you can relax into that space that, we can allow life to orbit around us. We don't need to be so busy.
No.
And it can take some time to get there, right?
Right.
Right?
Do thousands of things.
But
yes, but then in the end, you know,
Vaheguru.
Why should we run so much? Why should we run after everything? Yeah, I remember Gurudev gave me one Kriya. He said, you don't need to run after things. Just, you know, do this Kriya and you'll become a magnet and things will come to you.
Yeah.
And this is really what I felt like, you know, we don't need to run after everything. The more we can become ourselves and love ourselves and share from ourselves, from our heart, then it's there. We can.
And it's so simple, isn't it?
It is.
It's so simple.
Yeah,
And
it's like,
it
you know.
takes a lifetime to get there, right?
Yeah, we just sing, listen, and let your mind be filled with love.
That's it.
And then all the pain goes away.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite parts of Japji.
Yeah.
Dukkha parahar sukha khala jai.
Yeah.
It's like, and I visualize it, you know, this meditation I love to do when you know, this
yes.
scooping meditation.
Yeah.
You take your pain and you throw it so far away so you can, it opens the heart, and it's really doing this for a couple of minutes. It's changing your whole being.
Yeah. And the listening is really key. I feel like that's what I get from the Japji always, because it's the listening that takes us back in. You know, I'm doing some voice workshops, and that's one of the things that I'll work with people on, is like, now listen to your sound, right? What does that do?
Yeah.
Because then, again, it just takes us into the moment, takes us into that stillness, and the mind, you know, we can bypass the mind stuff. It doesn't stop it, but it reminds us to come into the moment. And that's the beauty of life, and that's the beauty of, you know, the Japji and the teachings and the mantras, all of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just different avenues that take us there, because we've got the mind, which is so fast, right? Quicker than God. So, yeah. We need a lot of tools.
We definitely, yes. And there's not just one tool.
No.
And there's not one way.
No.
And everyone takes out this little gem that's your gem. And that's, once you found that, it's like, you know, keep it with you and share it again. But really, you don't try to take out things from someone else. Just really look at what is it that you need? What is your next step to your happiness, right? Because it's this longing that we see in others. That's, you know, we're mirrors for each other.
Yeah, yeah.
And take out what is beauty for you, and then see, okay, but this is my path, and honor that, and not try to walk on someone else's path or sit in someone else's chair. Try to really find your own chair. Yeah. How does it work for you?
How does it work for me?
Do you feel like this is something for you to do as well? Like, do you recognize that sometimes you're on someone else's chair and you feel like, oh, I'm doing that again?
Yeah, well, continue as a woman, yes, because I feel, you know, in terms of what's been passed down to me, you know, that I feel has taken me and continues to teach me to unravel that stuff about the people pleasing, of being available for other people, and not necessarily walking my true path, because I think I've got to please someone else, or I've got to do something for another. And it takes a long time. It's taken me a long time. And again, continual remembrance, and it's the practice that helps me to remember, no, it's about your path. You're here in this life to deliver what you came to do. I loved in the Ardas the other day, there was that mention of, you know, the greatness within us, but also that smallness, that, you know, how can we keep mirroring the both, that I can walk my path, but I don't have to be a big, I am, got this on my path, right? Slow and steady wins the race, very smooth, very calm, very still. I can walk in greatness, right? With the divine carrying. That it's not, me as in me, my ego. And so there's this continual balance, isn't there? And the listening, actually, the listening to what's the message in the mirrors around me, in my relationships, what's reflected back, what do I need to hear? What can I take on to let go of a bit more, or to be available a bit more in that moment, but still be true to me? And it's this continual, the yin and yang of each moment, each conversation. What's needed right now? What's got my name on it? Somebody asked me to do something, right? I was very much a yes person, tendency to be available, to be open, and I'm learning to be far more discerning as I get older, so that I can truly have the calls that are right,
right,
for the right purpose, for the good of all, not just my own ego or appeasing somebody else or thinking that I need to do something that, that's not my call. It's not my call. So again, coming back to these tools, the more work or the more I put myself into those meditative places, whether that is through mantra or kriya or just aligning my heart and consciousness, then through the listening I can find, okay, that's a yes, that's a no.
Right.
So it takes a bit of discerning though.
And is there one specific meditation that you want to, that you feel like this is my thing, this helps me all the time?
Helps me all the time. Well, I mean, Satnam and Vaheguru always, because they're so transportable, you don't need to be sitting down and remembering or practicing. So the Satnam, because the Satnam just, is the remembrance. It takes me into the call of my heart and my destiny. So I would say, I remember my daughter when she was little, I used to be driving and I'd get really upset and she'd go, Satnam, mummy, Satnam. If I was getting stressed or, Satnam. She was always my little reminder. So it's Satnam.
Satnam.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I mean, many beautiful practices, of course, many different meditations. I love Sodarshan Chakra Kriya. It's very powerful but can get really subtle.
Right.
That's often my go-to back and forth.
Nice.
But I love the stiller meditations as well, Kirtan Kriya, Satanama. But I would say Satnam is my, calls me.
All right, to end up, is there one thing that you would like to say to the audience that have been listening to this, to like a final advice or a final thought?
To be yourself. To find that in you and to be true to that. That's the only path. If we're talking about spiritual practice and to find that integrity, authenticity, because it's from that place that all else flows.
Yes, right. Thank you so much.
Satnam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Satnam.